Passage 1 talks about how today we live in unequal societies. The author calls these trans-egalitarian societies, which have been formed after the forager societies, because the forager societies could not sustain an increase in scale and an increase in the storage. So as the concept of storage arose, as the scale of the societies arose, we could not sustain the equality that used to be prevalent in the forager societies. So the author talks about how today, in today's world, people, the elites, they wield their political influence to, they wield their wealth to buy political influence, which again produces more wealth, right? He discusses this important aspect. Then the author talks about how these elite societies are not something that have to be always there. We can still mitigate some of their effects. While we cannot go back to the forager societies, we can still mitigate some of their aspects. And social technologies can actually help us there. So he ends on this note that social technologies can, in fact, help us as they have helped China. So that example has been given towards the end. Which of the following statements cannot be inferred from the passage? What cannot be inferred? A. When trans-egalitarian communities emerge, there are intermediate levels of inter-community violence. This is a very specific idea that is stated in the passage. So if I take you back, this is stated. And finally, such communities, which communities? Trans-egalitarian communities. Trans-egalitarian communities emerge in regional contexts with intermediate levels of inter-community violence, contexts in which violence is a risk, but one that can be managed. So intermediate levels of inter-community violence given to us right away. This is in line with what the passage says. It can definitely be inferred, and therefore this is not the answer. People in society bid for power by using their wealth to wield political influence. This is again stated in the RC passage. See, if I take you to the beginning, bids for power work by transmuting, basically transforming wealth into political influence. Okay, so you are vying for power. Okay, how? You actually give your wealth and you gain political influence. Okay, you gain power. And this in turn, when you get political influence, this gives you more wealth. That is what our passage is saying. So again, then this option becomes in line with the passage. Yes, people in society bid for power by using their wealth to wield political influence. This can be inferred. C versus D. The world has reached a point of no return as far as cooperative human communities are concerned. This is false as per the passage, because the author very clearly states that egalitarian cooperative human communities are possible. Okay, they are possible. We do have new social technologies that we can actually use to mitigate some of the imbalances of wealth and power. Okay, so this, because it is just false as per the passage, of course this should be the answer, isn't it? So our answer is option C here. Sorry, option C. And if you look at D, China has used social technologies to increase elite surveillance. Yes, this example is extended towards the end, the very last sentence of the paragraph. So even this can be inferred. It cannot be the answer. Our answer is option C. So this, the question again, if you have understood the passage, in case you remember where you read certain things, then this question is not a difficult question.